Uh, Manu, look, it's lovely to be online to talk to you. This is an opportunity to showcase what Spot is doing these days. Um, where are you? And maybe just for the audience who don't know who you are, because I mean, you're a very good looking and very young man who's actually doing something incredibly important for the recruitment sector at the moment. And it still blows my mind. So I kind of hate you, but it'd be good to give you an opportunity to say what you're up to.
Yeah, so good. Thanks for having me. I'm Manu. I'm one of the co-founders of Spot. So Spot is an AI native ATS and CRM, and we started building it around 2 years ago. Um, and yeah, before that, I was working in McKinsey as a consultant for recruitment agencies, and that's where I kind of got into the recruitment world. And now 2 years later, yeah, we have already around 300 customers. Um, and that's where we currently are at. And we're based in Belgium, close to Brussels.
Brilliant. We were talking about some of the buildings. It was my first international office in Belgium, so I've got a very fond memories of Brussels. So you came into the recruitment space thinking that although the CRM space is busy,
Yeah.
you could do better. How have you gone about positioning the brand, and how would you best describe it as as it is today and where it will be?
Yeah, so when I joined, or started working more in the recruitment space was about like 3 years ago. Back then, I was working for the largest recruitment agencies, and they mostly used Bullhorn and Salesforce by Bullhorn, and that was about it. There were no kind of AI native players yet. So that's when I looked at what the software was, and then with AI, I quickly learned what it could do, and that's kind of how we started it and started building it. And what our vision was is that AI is just a really good fit for recruitment. It kind of can support recruiters quite a bit. So we wanted to build kind of a product that, yeah, it's not just a database, but can also do part of the work for you and with you. And eventually, yeah, the goal is just to make more placements and to be more efficient.
Um, and where would you position yourself? So, where's your sweet spot in terms of a customer profile?
Yeah.
And if there's something that you do that is brilliantly better than anybody else, what would you hang your hat on?
I think on the first question, we started with yeah, perm and exec. That's also the easiest to build for. But as we also grew larger as a company, we also got more and more demand from contracting. So it was the next thing. Also, a lot of our customers do both perm and contracting. And then also now even temp as well. So bigger customers, 300 recruiters. We have our first bigger customers as well in temp. So now we kind of cover every segment. And what we do differently, yeah, I think one of our core functionalities that's quite good is the matching. So instead of just doing keyword searches and like Boolean, now you can just kind of type what you're looking for, and then it goes through your entire database, everything, emails, notes, files, everything that's available on that candidate, and then it matches it to the job automatically.
With if one of the questions that we've been talking about at the moment is people have been running skeleton teams because of the economics recently, and
Yeah.
then they're trying to scale. There seems to be a disparity between how much work that people can do and how much AI will do for them to give them time back. Is there something that you're doing at the moment that where you can actually measure the time you're giving back to people, the things that the CRM is doing that's making a meaningful difference? Or is it just it depends per brand?
Yeah, you can measure it. So how we look at it is we also started, we looked at the full kind of recruitment workflow from everything from doing the business development and finding the customers to eventually presenting the candidates and then making the placements and doing the financing thing. We looked at kind of the full process, and then we thought, okay, where do people actually spend most time, and also where is AI the best fit? And then the first three things we saw was like on the sourcing part, there's still quite a lot possible, especially also on the matching, finding the best people in your own database. For example, the second thing is then doing the outreach. That's also why we built kind of the full outreach campaign module that we have now. And then the third thing is also presenting the candidates to the clients, whether it's via client portal, making reformatting a CV, sharing a short list via Excel or just like in a nice format that you can make. So we focused on that, and then if you can make that more efficient, for example, on CV formatting, it's really easy to say, okay, we save like 10 minutes, 15 minutes per CV. But yeah, I think in total, we could save up to around 70% of the time. And then the goal is to spend that time more on just relationship building with candidates, clients, and just doing more placements. That's kind of what it's all about. We're not there yet that we save 70% time, but we see the first kind of good results with some customers already reporting like 20, 30% savings.
I love the fact you mentioned a portal. Can I offer my customer, if I were to work with you, can I offer my customers a portal by which they can review and look at the CVs, and then I know when they're looking at them, so I can engage whilst they're looking at them, to be all but a site host? Is that available as a feature currently?
Yeah, so today we have the client portal that they can look at it, they can comment, they can request interviews. What we don't have yet is that you can actively see, okay, they're just looking at it via cookies and those things. But that's definitely kind of the way where we're going. I think just capturing signals out of kind of candidates and clients, that's where the industry is going, and that's one of the things that are on our short-term roadmap.
And just tell me about your ideal client profile right now.
Um, Most of our revenue now comes from customers between like 5 and I would say 60, 70 recruiters, with the largest clients now being around 300 recruiters. And our ideal spot is, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 people.
Okay, and I'm guessing you're doing lots of feedback. It's all about customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
What are the things that people are saying about spots that have either surprised you, um, or potentially even frustrated you? It's like open kimono moment.
Um, what surprised me? Um, I think, the goal is always to make them more efficient. So if they say it's more efficient and more intuitive, that's kind of what we wanted to do. So I think we've gotten quite a lot of positive feedback. We also invest a lot of time in us on just making sure that they get the maximum out of the software. So we're investing also a lot now into more like customer success, doing pre-sales, kind of being there, doing the technical kind of configurations for them and with them, so that they can get everything out of the system. That's what we spent a lot of time on. And that's, I think that's just working well. Um, I think that's what I did. There's nothing that kind of really surprised me in a way there. Yeah.
It hasn't frustrated you with and uh, and with all that you're doing right now. What's the roadmap looking like?
I think there's still AI is actually developed even faster than I thought. So there's a lot possible these days. So I think Claude, etc., are even more advanced than what an ATS and CRM can do these days. So what we want to do is incorporate kind of the latest functionalities and also innovate there and see how far we can kind of drive efficiencies for recruiters. So we're now thinking about launching a general kind of chatbot where, for example, if a new job comes in, you just drag it in there, finds the right candidates, gives you a score, and you can kind of collaborate with it. You click yes, no, yes, yes, and then it just starts doing kind of the outbound for you based on your previous kind of outbound campaigns and what it learned on your account. So that's where it's kind of going now.
Okay, because there's a lot of people talking about you, and you very kindly offered a deal to RDLC members.
Yeah.
So, for any of the CEOs listening, what's the offer to them today?
Yeah, so the offer is that you get a 20% discount in the first year, and we also always do migrations free of charge.
Brilliant. Does that include all of the data?
Yeah, I think that's a very important aspect on which we also focused a lot. Because of course, if we got 300 customers in the past like 8, 9 months, we also had to do 300 data migrations. So we have a full team specializing in this. Luckily, there are only 20, 30 ATS CRMs out there worldwide. So we kind of are we are really good trained on them, and we know, okay, if someone comes from this system, this is what we need to do. And most of it's already mapped, so it can actually go quite fast. Like the fastest migration we have done is in half a day.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And what about a system build for someone? How long will that take?
What do you mean? What was the question?
If I want something that's to work for me, I'm guessing it's pretty good out of the box. But if I'm working in healthcare versus education versus tech, there are nuances to every flavor of that contract business.
Yeah.
To make it work for me out of the box, I'm guessing there is going to take some time just to get it just right.
Yeah, our system is quite because yeah, it's quite flexible. So you can customize it to your liking. This we usually for bigger customers, we usually just guide them through the full process, explain kind of what they can do and what they not can do. That usually takes like 2, 3 hours over like in a week or so. And then yeah, I think they just get need to get used to it. On average, people are used to it in around like 2 weeks. So that's actually quite good. And that's actually better than I
Yeah,
initially expected it to be. Because yeah, they're working every day in the system. So as soon as they go live, they have also to work into the system. So after 2 weeks, they're quite
that's,
proficient in spots. And it's
and I
always
just say that's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculously fast. So
yeah.
that's brilliant. Is there any other question that I should ask you or thing that you want to say? Because everyone is right here, right now. Everyone is really interested in what you're doing. Is there anything that you want to say to these CEOs who are looking at you and what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I think it would just be interesting to, if you're interested in Spot, just book a demo, and then we can explain you very kind of tailored to like what the difference is between how we work and your current setup. So that's often what we do with you basically explain, okay, we're on this ATS and CRM, and we also have these tools, explain the entire tech stack, and then we can say, okay, this is how it would work with Spot. Because Spot is also like more all-in-one AI native system, so it also probably replaces some of the tools, and we can just clearly show you how it applies to your situation. And even if you don't go with Spot, it's still a very interesting conversation to have and to also know what's available and possible today.
Brilliant. Well, I think you presented the business brilliantly. Well, as you can tell, that I'm a massive fan. People have been talking about it. So we went looking. I think what you've done in such a short period of time is bonkers. So I wish you all the well, all the best. And I really hope that some of the pirate members just get on board with this and start talking to you.
Yeah,
It could be brilliant.
amazing.
Right. Viva Belgium, and I'll speak to you anon, brother.
Yeah, perfect.
See you later.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Right, brilliant.